Well, we took some of your questions about meat, and now we're going to tell you about why you can wash it down with our friend Joel Kath, Proof Artisan Distillers, our monthly check-in. How you doing, man?
Fantastic.
Good. Glad to have you back in studio. It's been cold out.
Always this time of year.
It has been.
Well, you know, it's January and we're up here.
Yeah, I know. We know. We've accustomed to it. We decided, we have a choice, and we chose to stay here.
We have short memories.
Yeah, that does help, doesn't it? But with that, you guys and gals over at Proof have something for every season. Even in these cold months, you have something great that's gonna just get you in that comfort spot, warm you up a little bit. Even.
My favorite and new releases are bourbon cream and coffee, nice coffee. And if you need to do the caffeine free in the evening, but that and a hot cocoa, bourbon cream. So look for it. The Crooked Furrow bourbon cream.
So explain that product, a bourbon cream. What goes into that?
So, our Two Docs cream liqueur that we've had out for years is, Bailey's, everybody knows as a cream liqueur. Okay. Ours is not Bailey's. It's made here. And that has a lot more vanilla and almond and cherry flavors in that.
Okay.
This Crooked cream, the bourbon cream, has kind of a bourbon character to it. So if you think of the butternut and the bourbon, it's not a whiskey. Don't get nowhere near a whiskey, but it has that whiskey and bourbon back character to it.
Okay. As far as the process of making it, obviously you got your distillery in town here. I've gone through, I've toured it. Yep. What do you have to do in addition to the bourbon kind of approach to get this cream?
Okay, so trade secret here, and it's not really a trade secret.
Don't reveal too much now.
For the cream that we are using, which is actually a small percentage of the overall volume, we're actually buying a stabilized cream, and it is the same stabilized cream that we can buy as a distiller that the large producers are doing. And I think our recipe is at about 15% of the final product is that stabilized cream base. And what that is that it makes it shelf stable.
Sure.
It is truly shelf stable.
It's not going to start curdling up on a guy.
Well, no, that's different.
Okay. Hit me with your science.
Sorry, I get way too deep.
I asked the question.
Okay, but the stability and the longevity of it. That's stable, so it hangs out for a year, just like all of the other cream liqueurs that are made in the nation and around the world, really. So, but now the curdling is a function of when you make a bulldog. Okay, with Coke.
Yeah.
So or cola, they're very acidic. The pH on that is very low, and when that hits that cream, it will curdle. Doesn't matter what you do to it, and it doesn't have anything to do with longevity but it curdles it, and I just absolutely detest bulldogs that curdle.
I could tell when I said curdling, I could see it right on your face. No. You're not much of that poker face now when I said the curdle.
And so when I make a bulldog, I actually will use club soda with just a splash of Coke or cola.
And that does the trick, huh?
That it's not as low of a pH, and it doesn't curdle the cream that's there.
Can you tell Joel Kath knows a thing or two about the pH and how that makes all these nationally award-winning gins, vodkas, bourbons, all of the above here? So Crooked Cream is available.
Yes.
Okay, people can do that. I know I've seen the White Russians and mudslides that you guys have had out and about as well. Tell people if they haven't seen those yet.
So Ready to Drinks is it's a relatively new on the alcohol scene. Pop the top, and it's ready to drink. We've actually had to just explain that to some people. No, you just pour it on ice. You don't mix it with anything. You don't have to. Just pour it on ice.
We've already done that for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is a White Russian, which the recipe on that is essentially our Two Docs cream liqueur and our coffee liqueur together. That makes a spectacular White Russian. So we're making that as a ready to drink in a little 200 ml single serving, depending on how big your glass is, size of the bottle.
Yeah.
And then the mudslide is a variation of that with chocolate syrup that, of course, Jay fabricated and is spectacular. Chocolate syrups is making my mouth water thinking about it.
Oh, and there's something about the way of which you guys concocted this. You got it out there. It's ready. So someone like me who's a simpleton, one part this, one part no, it's already done for me. And I know that part of this got started as far as this idea. Was it not down in Vegas where there was a spot and it's like, okay, we need to have your guys' product?
Yes, we have an account and a distributor in Nevada now that they were looking for. They've got an account that we're looking for 200 mil. They're 6.7 ounce, single serving, ready to drink White Russians and mudslides. So yes, we can make them. They tasted. Oh, these are fantastic, and away we go. So.
Well, we got people's intrigue on the pH. Somebody wants us to define pH when you're talking about that.
Okay, pH is the level of acidity or base. Remember high school chemistry?
Not very well.
Okay. So the pH is how acidic something is. 7.0 is water neutral. Okay, citric acid is in most sodas, etc., and that's what is in a lot of colas. And if you take the citric acid out, it doesn't taste right. So, but that citric acid also affects cream and makes it curdle. When you make cheese, we get into other topics, but again, adding some calcium, some citric acids into the milk and creams will start to make cheese. It will curdle the dairy product.
This is a farmer that was texting this in, and of course pH, he's texting in a bunch of different pH, so now I think they got a better understanding out there. So yeah, you never know what people are intrigued by. Yes. We give them what we want here. So again, all these products are available pretty much wherever you buy your spirits. You got the Crooked Cream, the White Russians, and the mudslides.
Yes.
And of course all the gins, vodkas, everything else you guys have been
assembling quite a lineup. And our potato vodka, the Two Dogs vodka, everything made local. And like I've said often, less than 10% of our shelf price leaves the area. The bottle and the federal tax, and now a little trade secret, that little bit of cream stabilized space that we do acquire.
Everything else brought to you by local farmers and all that. So thank you to the farmers out there. Joel, anything else before I let you go this month?
So restaurants and bars, reach out to your U.S. Foods rep. Okay, here's a little plug for, they're the ones that are renting the tasting room kitchen. And they're starting now to bring in their accounts of the bars and restaurants from the region, actually from like St. Cloud to Montana, I think into Montana, down into South Dakota. They're bringing them in for their dog and pony show, but at the same time, we're able to introduce our spirits to all of the bars and restaurants now that are coming into
That's
see
a pretty
us.
big deal for you guys, and then ultimately the customer on the receiving end when they go to one of these restaurants. And
it's a great opportunity and partnership of us be able to share our stories.
No doubt. So if you heard that, get your reps contacted and get on down because they're utilizing the tasting room downtown Fargo at Proof. Joel, it's always a pleasure, my friend.
Always.
You take care until next time, all right?
Stay warm.
You as well. Joel, Kath, again, Proof Artisan Distillers. We'll check in with them again next month, but wherever you go buy your products, you can find most of their stuff out on shelves. I'm going to get you a weather update from Too Tall Tom Szymanski. Going to get back to some of your comments on my comments about the fact that you're not going to get a border bill done. I'm Tyler Axel. After These Live is rolling on right here on KFGO.